Today, we're talking about a trending topic: how early access to the internet is changing Gen Alpha. These are the kids that are born after 2010 or 2012 based on which source you use, and they're basically growing up with gadgets in their cribs. Sounds cool, right? But here's the thing: while being tech savvy has its perks, there's a darker side we need to talk about. So grab a snack and stick with me as we break down how constant online exposure is affecting these kids' lives, and not always for the better. Let's start with the big one: mental health. Imagine being 10 years old and already stressed out about how many likes your TikTok video gets. That's the reality for a lot of kids today, because social media creates this endless cycle of comparison and validation, which can mess with their self-esteem. Apart from that, there's the information overload. These kids have access to everything on the internet, but they don't always have the tools to process it. Seeing inappropriate or harmful content at such a young age can leave lasting impacts on their mental well-being. Next up, we have attention spans. Ever feel like you can't focus on one thing for more than just a few seconds? Gen Alpha knows that feeling all too well. Growing up with instant gratification, from Audibly videos to endless scrolling, makes it harder for them to concentrate on tasks that require patience, like reading or studying. It's like their brains are constantly in next mode. And what happens when everything is at your fingertips? Problem solving and critical thinking skills take a hit because the effort seems unnecessary. And lastly, we have the problem of physical health. Spending hours glued to screens isn't just bad for their eyes, it's also affecting their posture and overall fitness. Kids are spending less time playing outside and more time sitting, which can lead to long-term health problems like obesity and even heart issues. And it's not just about the body. Poor sleep caused by late-night screen use impacts mood, learning, and energy levels. Now you might think, what does all this mean for the future? Well, the effects could be pretty serious. For one, kids who grow up glued to screens might struggle with critical thinking. Why bother solving a problem when Google or ChatGPT can do it for you? This creates the risk of becoming overly dependent on technology to the point where, sorry for the pun, but unplugging feels impossible. Socially, things aren't looking great either. With so many interactions happening online, kids might find it harder to build deep, meaningful relationships in real life. There are also long-term mental health impacts. Anxiety, depression, and even tech addiction could become even bigger problems as these kids grow up. So, what can we do? How can we help Gen Alpha not lose themselves in the digital world? I have a few propositions. First is teaching digital literacy. Kids need to know how to evaluate what they see online and use the internet responsibly. This is as important as learning to read and write these days. Second, encourage balance. We need to make sure kids are spending time offline, whether it's playing sports, hanging out with their friends, or just exploring the world around them. 3. Set an example. If we're constantly on our phones, we can't expect kids to do any better. So we need to show them what healthy tech use looks like. And 4, create tech-free zones. Whether it's at the dinner table or during family time, having spaces where screens aren't allowed can make a big difference. In conclusion, Generation Alpha has the potential to be one of the most innovative and creative generations yet, but only if we help them use technology in a healthy way. We should understand the challenges they face and help them overcome them, allowing them to grow up equipped to handle the digital world without losing sight of what really matters. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts below. See you next time!